Hi Prasoon, welcome to FoodYoga Nutrition Talk. How are you doing today?
Hi Ankush, I'm good. How are you?
All good, thank you. So we have a question for you today from one of our viewers from New York, and the person has been running for a long time, almost like his entire life up till now, and now suddenly for the last 1 month he is facing, pain in his knees and hip joints, and he was under impression because he does a lot of running that he is living a healthy life. And now he's troubled because doctor says there's a problem in knee joint. They are sort of wearing out. So what do you suggest for a guy like him who is conscious about health but I don't know what went wrong?
I think that's a very prevalent condition that we get to see when we talk to people in our network. Running is a great form of workout. That no doubt about it. I think it's a great endurance exercise. It's a great way to keep healthy. What happens is when we only focus on running, generally it tends to wear a lot of your tissues out in the long run. So what happens is that, so when you are running, a lot of your load comes on the bone in the thigh, and basically the load which has to come on the muscles in the thigh, because the muscles are not being strengthened, because the person is not doing exercises, or person is not actually taking care of the strength of the muscles in the thigh and the hip area. What happens, gradually the load gets shifted to the bones in that area, and the bones tend to wear out, and also the load gets transferred from the bone in the thigh, which is the femur, to the kneecap. And gradually what happens is that, because kneecap kind of rubs against the lower part of the kneecap, the upper part rubs against the lower part of the kneecap,
Mm-hmm.
when they are bearing the load, it tends to wear out. The bigger problem is that this condition is generally, if it is critical, it is irreversible, and people have to undergo surgeries for that. I've seen cases where people had to get their knees and hip joint replaced for getting the pain alleviated, which is a really a bad condition to be in. So I think one of the things that people should really be very, very conscious about is that if you are running, do try to mix your running exercises or your entire running regime with some strength exercises of your hip and your thigh area, particularly these two. But I think you should be able to rotate your set of exercises. But it's very, so for example, if you're running for 20 minutes, it's really advisable to kind of work on the muscles in the hips and the thigh area for another 20 minutes, not less than that. You can even do more, but not less. This is the only way in which can actually prevent any of such knee and hip joint wearing occurrence. At the same point of time, nutrition plays a very important role. So generally, people who are running,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to think that because they are burning a lot of calories, they can actually go out and eat anything or everything without even focusing on the right kind of foods. So we recommend that bones and muscles, they need specific kind of foods. They need proteins, muscles need proteins, and bones need calcium and other minerals. So you should really eat foods which are rich in proteins and minerals, and you can actually get these foods easily from multiple sources. And in fact, at Sattviko, we have got an entire range of strength and endurance meals that also combine a lot of minerals along with the protein, which people can actually consume post their workout or post their running. At the same point of time, we also recommend people having a lot of calcium rich foods that comes from a lot of green and leafy vegetables. And at Sattviko, we also have something called Sattviko's antioxidant makhana that has about 2 times of calcium what soy milk has.
Wow.
So I think if you're not consuming dairy, if dairy is not a part of your consumption, if you are a vegan, then I recommend to add those vegetables and those foods that are basically rich in calcium, apart from taking a lot of protein.
Okay, so essentially what you recommend is one should work on building the strength of hips and thigh muscle, and add a lot of protein and mineral and calcium in their food. Probably add Sattviko meal or makhana to suffice for their protein and mineral needs, right?
And just one last point, Ankush. When I said workout, even simple asanas like Vriksh, raising your hands at above your head and basically standing on one leg, they can actually really build some great strength. If you can hold that asana for about 10-15 minutes gradually, then it's a great workout for your hip and thigh muscles.
So, in that regard, you mentioned that if you're running for 20 minutes, you should have at least
At
15,
least this is the minimum.
Yeah. Okay. That's a useful tip, and all the listeners out there who do running on the daily basis, please note that do add some asanas or yoga to strengthen your thigh and hips muscle. Plus, eat a lot of protein, calcium, and minerals to keep your body healthy, wealthy, and so that you keep on running for a longer time. Thank you, Prasoon. Thank you for your time and for the wonderful trip. Yeah.
Have a good day.
And sorry, I want to add, if our viewers have any questions they want to ask, they can comment, DM, or email us at eat@sattviko.com. We will love to answer your questions.